welcome back to It's Fine Garage, where it's fine. You ever feel like a nerd when you say stupid things? Me too. Today, we're going to be dropping this thing on our heads, and hopefully not dropping that thing on our toes. So let's get this thing started. Time-lapse! How come every time I go to record, the furnace kicks on? Anyway, so all we got left is I got a shock bolt here. I got a couple bolts holding these springs in. These here, I got all the rivets knocked out of them. And then I'll get a jack underneath it before I take all them bolts out, but and then this thing should be ready to drop out, I suppose. And then once that thing's out, I believe that this will go narrow enough to bolt onto the frame, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you just watch out and fast forward so that you don't gotta, you know, listen to me cry about, you know, bolts and stuff. Neato. Time-lapse! That's how you pull the front end out of a 72 Ford, huh? Wasn't too bad. I guess we'll see if we can't get this thing over there out of the way now. I wish I'd have left the wheels on it. Make it way easier. Maybe I'll go find something to put on it. There we go. Time-lapse! Check this thing out. It's gonna be huge. Side's gotta come forward a little bit, but right now we're just test fitting anyway, you know. It's actually gonna fit quite nicely, but give you a far away shot here.
How neat is that?
It's pretty neat, huh? I don't know what the difference in height there is. 16. I should have measured the front before, but I didn't. It was about the same as the rear. You got about 9. So that's about 7 inches. So that's gonna be about perfect. Everything else is like nice. Like it's gonna line up really nicely. So I guess I'll just keep, I don't know, plugging away at it, I guess. See what I can get done. See if I can quit touching that tire.
No,
This is where you insert the 2,000 years later. Because, yesterday at like 10 o'clock was when I recorded the front end in this thing. So yesterday, 10 o'clock, right? Front end in this thing. Now, neat, huh? How neat is that? How neat is that? Look at this guy.
Yeah.
He's got middies just like me.
Middies.
Yeah. If you don't know what middies are, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So anyway, 2,000 years later, we got one bracket bolted in. Oh, so nice.
Look at them shiny new bolts.
Shiny new bolts. $50 worth of shiny new bolts.
Oh, I know. And we've already used half of them. We only got one side done.
Oh, so nice. Anyway, still got to build like a transmission cross member and build a drive line and build a transfer case and build a front end and cut this bolt off.
If your
Anyway,
brass is green, that means it's clean.
so we got one clamp bolted in. We got one clamp, or one, I have no idea, a bracket bolted in. Getting this one all set up. For those that would like to do the 05 and newer front end swap in your 72 F100, if you measure from your peg, well, don't measure your peg because it might be a little short, but if you measure from your frame peg to the center of this bolt, like center, I'm going like 42 1/8, but it should be like 42-ish.
It was supposed to be 42.
And then like I'm gonna run factory springs. It's gonna be like ginormous. So
This thing's gonna look like it has a 12-inch lift on it.
probably, I think it is gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be huge anyway.
Now,
That's what she said. So
when you go to put the rear in, since this frame's closer together, how's that gonna work? Are you just gonna have to build brackets?
I'm just gonna build.
To compensate?
Yeah, I got a bunch of 3/16 plate over there. Okay. I'm gonna like way overbuild.
I gotcha.
Cause 3/16 like that's like 1/8 inch.
Yeah.
So I think these are probably 1/8 inch. Oh, these are. Yeah, like 1/8 inch. But I don't know what 4/16 is. 1/4 inch.
4/16? Yeah.
So this might be 3/16. See, I'm gonna build. I'll build it so it drops like this in the rear.
In the front?
Yeah, but in the rear where the shackle goes.
Oh yeah.
So it has.
Yeah, instead of it being on top.
And then I'll probably build the front like a Chevy.
Yeah, which is too short.
Where it drops.
Yeah.
So here I'm talking on video and I got one sitting right here.
Yeah.
So where it drops way down like that. But yeah, build something like that so that this rear end just bolts right in. And then it'll set, like, I'm pretty sure that right there will be about ride height. And that's fine. I'll build some electric steps or something. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get that other one drilled and bolted, and then we'll bolt the front end in and just take her for a test drive, you know. Probably not. Probably 10 years later. Here we go. Anyway. We're probably gonna do a time lapse or something. Probably not.
Time lapse!
Seen there in the time lapse, we got the front end bolted in ish, but I gotta build like the top of these. Where's my light at? So I gotta build the top of these to accept that spring a little bit better. You can see it just doesn't fit good. So definitely have to figure that out, I suppose. I'm gonna have to build some shock mounts that'll go where that strap's at. I'm swapping over a power steering box out of like a 77 so that I can put a drop pitman arm on it, because you can see the difference in height there. So then I'll have to build a bracket for this to bolt in. You can see where that is compared to the factory bracket, so it's really not too bad, but I don't know, lots to do, tired. I suppose I'll probably go take a break for a little bit, think about it, try to figure out what we got to do. It's definitely going to be pretty big. It's got a, with weight on the front axle, there's about 5 inches difference with no weight on the rear axle, so that's pretty decent. So anyway, suppose I'll go I don't know, sit down, figure out what I'm gonna do about them spring buckets, spring buckets. See if I'm gonna build new ones or just modify those ones to work. I have the factory ones off the truck here, so I don't know, might be able to make something work. We'll figure it out. Alright, progress report here. We got like all them bolted in. I'm pretty sure I already showed you that. So I had to take, this is the factory coil spring bucket on shock mount. You see it had one bolt on the bottom and the bump stop, sorry, and then these 4 bolts here, and it just didn't fit in here good, so I knocked these off of the factory frame. It's gonna have the piece to hold the coil spring in, the factory shock bracket. And what I did was these 4 bolts hold the motor mount in. I can't see that in there because that's dark, but and then these 2 were just to hold the factory coil bucket in. So it now has 6 holding the coil bucket in, the one on the bottom, and that one also threaded into the frame. But on this side, I'm gonna have to modify the coil bucket because the track bar is going to be in the way. So, and there you can see there's the 2 very back ones and then the 4 that hold it in. So I mean, technically it's going to be stronger. It doesn't need that because it's not like I'm making the truck heavier, but anyway, I'll have to modify that coil bucket to fit around the track bar bracket. I'm gonna have to build a new track bar bracket anyway, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So anyway, figured I'd give you an update. Also, forget that light. So when I did this yellow line, let's see here, can you see that? Marks the center of the coil, and this had a lot of angle to it, so I moved it forward just slightly just a little bit, not much, it's fine. But these 3 holes here are factory frame holes on the 06. And then these 2 are factory frame holes. So I lined up that frame hole and then drilled these 5 holes to line up with the bolts. So really this is going pretty simple, almost like it was made for this. So it is touching the inner fender, but it's really not too terrible, so I don't think I got to worry about any of that. Anyway, really is going pretty easy. I got to do that track bar bracket and that other coil bucket, and then fix the transmission cross member, steering, driveline, you know, just everything. Just got everything left, so guess I better get on it. Anyway, there we go. Time lapse! There you can see what that looks like without anything on it. Just a bunch of dirt all over it. But still have paint behind there. But I guess still got to take that off. Then I'll bring that the 06 coil bucket over here. Test fit it. Probably scrape all this stuff off of here, I guess. But I'll test fit that, make sure this hole lines up before I go drilling it all out, cutting it, and making it fit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, anyway, give that a try. Time lapse! There it is, all bolted up, bolt in the bottom, bump stop. But as you can see in there, kinda, those are my track bar bolt holes. So I'm gonna have to cut it like here. Then I'll bring like a bracket down and like over, because it's track bar. Oh, it's really heavy. So this track bar has to go up. Okay, so track bar goes up about in there. So gotta build that custom. Factory one won't work. I already got all the plate and everything over here all figured out. We're gonna overbuild it, use some 1/4 inch plate and some 3/8 plate and whatnot. That's 1/4 inch tubing and whatnot. You can see this is just factory that the 72 had. So I'll build something kind of like that, come down and then back. This will be then the track bar will bolt in here, but I think it's going to come back and then come up and bolt on the inside of here also. Not really sure yet. Figure that out when I get that far. So I do got to go out find a steering box for it. I got one laying out there somewhere for it. It's got manual steering, so I got a power steering box out of a 77 Ford I'm going to put on it. And then I can buy a pitman arm, a drop pitman arm for any lift. So once I get this sitting on the ground, I can figure out exactly how big of a drop in the pitman arm I need. So I can get that ordered up. So either way, like, I mean, it's going pretty easy. It's just time consuming crap. Hey, so I haven't done an update in a few days because just been busy. All right, it's been like a week. That's fine. But look what we got here. We got a crooked spring. It looks really crooked on camera. I'll go at this angle. Does that look better? Not really. Anyway, we got some brand new shocks in there. Dang. We got a track bar bracket built it right into the coil bucket. Not a welder, but it looks like it'll hold. Track bar bracket, I gotta drill holes there for the actual track bar. But I gotta center the axle in the body, which I mean, it's close now, but I'll center it in the body and then stick that track bar up in the hole. Stick it up in the hole and mark it, drill it. It'll be good to go. I still have to go get a steering box from down back, but other than that, I mean, I just have like tons of work left to do, but just figured I'd do an update. Got this thing all fancied up and in there, so I'll show you what a factory bucket looks like. This is what a factory bucket looks like. You can see there's a new shock on this side too, because so the issue with the shocks was this side. Dang, that furnace. Is that the shocks were topping out when I would like bounce the front end, so I just put longer shocks in it. But there it is. It's all bolted up. It's all good to go. Got some new gaskets here for the engine. We're gonna put some goodies on there. But my buddy finally got the headache rack built. Check this thing out. How neat is that?
That's pretty neat.
Dang, it looks so good. Got it all painted up. I got some lights. There's some lights up there. Got some lights to go in here. Some handrails, you know, for climbing up in this thing now. But yeah, I got this all built. Gotta see if I can figure out how to get that thing up in there now. Alright, so I got an idea. It doesn't weigh that much, I think. Probably not. So I think I can just pick it up, carry it up there. Shouldn't be that bad. See? That wasn't bad. My parents fed me Miracle Grow as a kid.
Time-lapse!
Well, there it is. Looks pretty decent, I think. Got her all bolted on. Like it. Nice, huh? Very America, you know? Man, I love this truck. Just a great truck. Anyway, got another update for you. So I did get that track bar bracket drilled and mounted. You can see it's in there, decent. I went down and grabbed. I went down and grabbed a steering box. So, as you can see, the arm is backwards. But, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I did grab, so this is out of a 3/4 ton. So this mounts on the inside of the frame. Like that, instead of on the outside, you know. So I'm not 100% sure because this puts that way too far forward. You can see that really bright light there. So you can see where that arm is over there. Right here. Boop. And if I mount it here, that puts this arm clear out here, which puts a lot of angle on the drag link there. So I'm not entirely sure what to do. Do I put the manual steering back in it and just do like a hydro assist, or do I just deal with that terrible angle, or do I modify the frame to take the 3/4 ton box? Not really sure. So also they do make, so you can see this is a different, you can see this is straight up and down, and then this is like centered here, where these are staggered and then these are straight across. So they do make a power steering conversion, high key D, for this bolt pattern, but that's like $1,000, and nobody wants to spend $1,000 on just that. So I think I can build hydro assist with just a ram and some stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'll move on to the rear, see if I can get this rear axle put in it. I gotta narrow the springs. I just gotta move them in, because the frame width of the 2006 was 38 inches and this one's 34 inches. So I gotta narrow that spring width, and I got a lot of like big ugly hitch stuff to cut off, and so yeah, we'll go from there, I guess. Hey, so I got an update for you. I got these springs moved in about 2 inches, you can see, on each side. I also picked out some tires and wheels for it, finally. Hi, Sarah. I picked out, these are a 35, 1450, 16.5. Why don't I just show you the size? Whoop. Anyway, here's my center line. Dang, but they don't fit without hitting the caliper. So I had to put some 2-inch wheel spacers on them. It's fine. I got the steering figured out. Just kidding. Oh, dang it. No light again. So I was gonna put the manual box on it, but the steering will hit the bolt. Sarah, don't. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm definitely gonna have to just put the 77 box on it, and the steering's just gonna be a little wonky. I think it's gonna be wonky, but put a rod in here so you can see it. Oh, I need that light. So if you look, if you put this rod over there on that tie rod, down there where you can see. So to there, it's fairly in line. You can see it's fairly in line with the tie rod when you come up here. But the way the other one's gonna be, it'll be about like that, which is not in line. So I don't really like it, but I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and that's just kind of how people do it. So I guess that's just kind of how I'm gonna do it. Either way, we just got them springs narrowed up. Got some tires and wheels picked out. Wheel spacers, new brakes, new brake line, you know, just all the good stuff. So I suppose get this thing all tore apart and welded up, and or not welded up, bolted up. It's gonna be fine. It's whatever. Thanks for watching. All right, so we got another update here. So we got the front wheels on and the wheel spacers and whatnot. They look sick. It's gonna be so sweet. I got that other steering box on. Light again. Got the other steering box on. I had to order a pitman arm. I ordered one from Rough Country for a 6-inch lift. You don't need that. It's fine. For a 78 Bronco, 78 Bronco does not have the stud like the 77. Where's that? Here. So the 77 has this stud on the pitman arm. The 72 arm, if you look, you can see, hold that flat, you can see that this here leans towards us. So with that in there, bolted up, that leans away from the drag link. So that wasn't gonna work either. So ordered up pitman arm for 78 F150 in Bronco. Doesn't have the stud, doesn't lean away from the pitman arm, or doesn't lean away from the drag link. This bolt is in the factory bolt hole. See if I can get some better light here so you can see. This is a factory bolt hole, factory bolt hole. This is a factory bolt hole. And these two here, I just drilled. Climbed underneath here. Plasma cut a nice hole in there. Put some nice washers and nuts in there. So, should work. I've done that before on half tons. They seem to hold up good, so we'll try it out. If it don't work, I suppose I'll be the first to find out. I have to lengthen the drag link to reach this. I had to shorten this, whatever, stuff. Had to shorten stuff, lengthen stuff, it's whatever. We're now gonna get started on the rear end. Already got rear drive line out, shocks, brake line It's easy stuff. You don't gotta worry about that. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this rear end out real quick. I've already marked center of the axle, so when I put the new one in, I can make sure it's centered so the truck doesn't be all terrible and stuff or whatever. Wife bought me a new chop saw for my birthday. That's pretty neat. And I can build bumpers and stuff. Rear end's 100% ready to go. Wheels are on. Diff cover's cleaned up. Fresh seal. Ready. Whatever. I'm going to use all of these factory brackets. I'll just put it up, center it, drill these holes in the frame, and bolt it up. It's the same length from here to here as the truck, but this length from here to here is longer. So I just have to move that back. I think I gotta like take the rear bumper off that's welded on. So, I mean, I was gonna build a custom bumper anyway, so perfect. Get all that big ugly hitch and junk off of there, whatever. So, also, I cleaned up the original tailgate and put on it. So, it was all folded in half and junk. I had to do a bunch of welding on that. So, it looks terrible. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't air chisel this rear end out. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse and let you guys enjoy that instead of listening to this god awful noise. Enjoy. Time lapse! Hey, so what do you think? This should, oh, sorry. Hey, so what do you think? Shouldn't be too bad. It's almost centered, a little off. A little bit of adjustment underneath there should be good. Old rear end just fell right out, huh? Not too bad. This one's a little far forward. The other side's a little far back. But, yeah. It's gonna be good. It's looking good. It's really dark up in there. You can't see nothing. Perfect. It means you don't need to see nothing. All hot and sweaty and it's perfect. I'm excited. This thing's gonna look good. Well, I guess I'm gonna I'm gonna go home for the night because it's almost 8 o'clock. So bring it back when there's an update. Thanks for watching. All right, so we got an update. As you can see, it's not on the lift. This is where it's gonna ride. How big it's gonna be. I like it. I got all the springs bolted in. The shocks need to be bolted in. Goodness, I haven't quite figured that part out yet. But I cut the rear bumper off and this old ridiculous hitch. Trash. All trash. Just cut all the trash off. Anyway, I had to take the toolbox out to do this, but you can see I got them bolted in with 1/2-inch bolts. I did a whatever shackle flip, whatever you want to call that, in the back. I added that channel to make the shackle mounts bolt in. I'm also gonna like mount the hitch to that. That'll all be bolted to the frame. You can see right now it's not bolted to the frame, it's just bolted to the shackle mount. But that'll be bolted to the frame once I get the hitch part figured out. But, I mean, just how good does that look? Man, that thing looks good. So excited. Anyway, you can see on this side, I still gotta take everything back out, clean everything up, paint everything, but I gotta do the hitch bumper first, so. And the shocks. You can see I got them shock mounts off the 06 frame. I'm gonna see if I can use those. Do the staggered shocks, because this truck came factory with the shock brackets on the same side, on the front side. Oh, how was that? Was that bright? Can you see me still? Is this so bright? Aww. Anyway, shocks were on the front side of the axle, so I'm going to see if I can do the staggered mount. See if I can't make it ride a little better. Other than that, it's just really coming along quite nicely. I'm not sure if I said this yet, but I did put the factory tailgate back on this. I had to do a lot of welding to fix this thing. It was bent in half lengthwise, so it's terrible. But there you can see how far the tires stick out. Is it centered? I never checked to see if it was centered. Yeah, we'll call that centered. Either way, looks pretty good. See if I can't get some more stuff done, I guess. Probably not tonight though, because it's way too late. And the wife wants me home or something. I don't know why. Whatever. It's like she loves me or something. It's fine. Alright. See if we can get some better video tomorrow. So we got an update. Is that super bright behind me? Do I look like an angel? I doubt it. I don't remember where I was at, but I'm pretty sure that I had the rear axle in, you know, but I had cut the rear bumper off and the big ugly this thing. I'm pretty sure that's Mike messaging me, but so here's my bumper I built. Built out of 4-inch square tubing. That's not a hole, but not a welder. So we'll start with that. But I did something I thought was pretty neat. So I was pretty excited about it. And I got the idea from my tool man. That man's a genius, by the way. Look at that. Perfect filler for under that light. Isn't that just neat? Kind of messed up on the G. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Just free-handed, you know, out of the plasma cutter. Just realized I'm not wearing my hat. See? It's kind of the same. You know, it's not the same, but it's only exactly the same, only different, right? Of course, you know, signature for when I build bumpers, but looks all right. I don't like it at all. I mean, put that plate up in there and you can see the plate's too tall, but man, I like it. Back's really dark so you can't see nothing, you know. What do you think? Is it pretty cool or what? Yeah, I thought so too. Like a shock hanging down. Yeah, because you don't got to worry about putting rear end in it before you know, do the bumper. But Anyway, I just even got the apostrophe. Yes. Because it's fine. It's fine. I like it. It's pretty cool. I like it. Suppose I better get it off there, get it cleaned up so I can get it painted. Speaking of painted, if I can find my light. I don't know if I told you, but I cleaned up the whole frame. Painted the whole frame. You know. Oh, something sharp back there, dang it. So, just a little something to make it look a little better, I guess. Like the inner fenders need painted, you know, but frame looks much better. So, anyway, just thought, you know, thought that'd be a pretty cool update. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hey, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you enjoyed watching. I gotta do some real work. I gotta clean up, get some cars scrapped and whatnot. So I'm gonna put this truck outside for a little bit. You know how it goes. Until next time. I don't know. Enjoy. Just remember, it's fine. Also, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and all the good things. I hope you guys enjoyed. Because I really like this truck.